Top of the morning, welcome. It's your numero uno, the most exciting and educative family breakfast show on television.
A beautiful day beckons with so many opportunities. Picture them in little gift boxes. And your sole responsibility is to make sure that you make the right choice that will yield a fruitful end of the day.
They say trust no one. Maybe your shadow runs away when you are in darkness. But somebody's doing red and black combo today. I don't know. Are you talking about, is there something you want to tell us?
Wow.
Good morning, people. It's the month of love. We single sisters. We're going to survive, but we're going to be all right. Don't worry.
I was saying something. Don't use love. Don't use month of love and turn it around.
It's a month of love. I'm saying I'm single now, so that by February 13th, somebody will say, send your address, and you know.
Okay, so this is what happens. This is what happens, right?
Yes.
For the SMAN, we have a fasting and prayer. And the fasting and prayer starts around 12th.
Wow.
And it's 1 week. 12th to 19th.
Yeah.
February.
Then some people are going to be in quarantine because
the Almighty God will not allow people like you to find me. The fasting people, the people that have money to spend. I want Generous Men Association. You're the ones I'm looking for. Time.
All right. Just said so.
Generous Men Association.
Yes.
Wow.
Exactly.
Or Cheerful Givers Association.
No.
Thank you, of course, for making the right choice by choosing to begin your day with us. I'm wondering if you're just sitting at home and just wake up and you're seeing us. Well, it's the 2nd of February.
Yeah.
2nd of February.
And
incidentally, it's also my sister's birthday.
Oh,
Yep.
happy birthday.
That's
Happy
my
birthday.
younger sister, I'm sure.
Oh.
The one right after me.
Keep saying it. No matter how much you say it, a lizard can never be an alligator.
Wow.
Happy birthday, Casey. Happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah.
We're going to have to talk a little more about that later. But there's so much love in our hearts as we bring you nothing but the very best. Now, get ready for a beautiful, in fact, magical 1 hour, 45 minutes. My name is Titilayo Oyinson.
Mexicano, they call me Mike. We also have... we've already introduced her, so let's not go too much.
Tokwe is in the kitchen.
Will be in the kitchen. And let's get straight into it as we plunge into the month with full enthusiasm. Now, don't let anything make you feel less or small. Now, always remember that you are the center of the universe. And while it is in motion, it all revolves around you.
You need to use that hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC across all social media platforms to be a part of the best show on TV. Remember, you can also watch us live from absolutely anywhere across the world. Just watch on our mobile app, download from Google Play Store or from iOS.
Now, of course, you can also follow us at TVC Connect on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. What are we talking about today? There's quite a lot.
So much.
Let's know your thoughts on February. The longest year of the year has finally ended. What are your thoughts on February? Use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. Whatever your thoughts are, we'll share them a little bit later on the show. We'll kick off with health, of course.
Yeah.
The importance of putting our health first can't be overemphasized. Now, that's what we'll kick off. Dr. Kuti Olatunde. He's a medical practitioner who's worked in both the private and the public sector. He has a keen interest in public health. He'll be talking about managing arthritis.
Very big deal. And of course, right after that, we have a musical performance. We have the guy with the baritone voice there, Gokilet, an Afro-feel singer. And he'll be performing a tune titled Undercover Lover.
Seasoned teacher and educational consultant will be here. Key may be a series on parenting, and we'll be discussing the gift of parenting. Now, she believes that a respectful and lawful adult-child relationship can become a platform for peace, love, and unity in our global community. It said, build a family, build a nation. We'll be talking more about that when we get to parenting.
And finally, on the show, we'll be having someone of diverse talents. Sonny Okonkwo, an economist, data scientist, storyteller, producer, and actor. Someone who's produced films like Inbred, Masked, Showgirls Reloaded, and The Shift. We're going to be talking to him very soon. All right.
Akintola.
It's great to see you
My screen
guys.
crush one time.
Wow.
Yeah, she's a wonderful actress. We don't get to see her so much.
She's fine
before.
wine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Amazing.
wonderful actress. And she was my screen herself and Stella Damascus for a very long time. You know, original scale was more than screen crush. That's everybody.
Everybody.
The screen
And
of the
they're
screen.
all still looking amazing and all still doing great things in the industry. You know, it actually takes me towards that whole age thing. You know, age being nothing but a number. As long as you're doing what you love, it will always shine through you.
You know, really.
I think last week, Kemi Aditiba was wishing someone a happy birthday, and the person turned 40, and I'm just like, I feel like I'm so uncool as I'm not 40. Like, everybody 40 at this point is doing something amazing. I feel like I'm behind time. I need to hurry.
Yeah, like you said, it's just a number. And someone made mention, you know, Venus, about how she was still competing and letting 15, 16-year-olds beat her.
Yeah.
And she said something. She said, look, you don't know what I've gone through. This is what is keeping me alive. Find something that is good for humanity, that is good for God, and keep on doing what makes you happy. Because a lot of them, if they stop what they're doing, man, look at Mike Tyson, who came out of retirement and is even looking almost better than he was when he was much younger. You know, so,
I think he's learned a lot over time.
Maybe 2021 for me is going to be a vain year. But hey, come on, we have quite a lot in store for you.
It's about time for us to take the news update right here on Wake Up Nigeria. Now, the Inspector General of Police, Mohammed Adamu, has ordered all Assistant Inspectors General of Police and Commissioners to carry out full enforcement of the Coronavirus Disease Health Protection Regulations 2021, signed into law by President Muhammadu Buhari. In a press statement released by the Force Public Relations Officer, Frank Mba, the IGP gave the order to the strategic police managers to ensure full enforcement of the regulations in public places, as well as the use of face masks. The IGP called on citizens to voluntarily comply with the provisions of the regulations for the safety of all. He also cautioned officers to be professional, polite, and respect the fundamental rights of citizens while enforcing the law. Now, South Africa has become the first country in Africa to receive the first COVID-19 vaccines. 1 million doses of the AstraZeneca vaccine produced by the Serum Institute of India. The South African President Cyril Ramaphosa greeted the crates of vaccine that arrived at Johannesburg's Tambo International Airport. The shipment will be followed up later this month by another 500,000 doses. The AstraZeneca vaccines will be used to inoculate South Africa's frontline health workers, which will kickstart the country's vaccination campaign. The first jabs are expected to be administered in mid-February after the vaccines are tested and approved by South Africa's drug regulatory authorities. Now to security matters in the southwest, precisely Oyo State, where Governor Seyi Makinde says the problems of the people are his problems. The governor stated this after meeting with selected stakeholders, local government chairpersons and political office holders from Ibarakwa Zone. Mr. Makinde, while speaking in Igbora, said that he feels the pains of the people of the area and that his visit would enable him to find lasting solutions to the lingering insecurity issues in the area. According to a statement by the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Taiwo Adisa, he noted that the state has approved the setting up of peace and security committees at the local government levels, adding that the state government would put in place other security measures to ensure peace in the area. He also directed the immediate takeoff of an identity management program to enable state government to know who is who in the communities. Bandits have attacked and killed 2 people across communities in Giwa local government area of Kaduna State. The armed men have also kidnapped citizens in the locality. The invaded communities include Garawa and Doka villages of Fatika district in the local government. Kaduna State Governor Masir El-Rufai has urged security agencies to step up responses in the area towards curbing such attacks. Investigation is set to be ongoing in the incidents with increased security patrols in the area. And that's it for the news update for this hour. Welcome back. It's about time for us to take a quick look at what's happening on the covers of the newspapers this morning. I'm going to be starting with the Punch newspaper this Tuesday, February 2nd, 2021. Herdsmen invites armed kinsmen to dominate Oyo farms, says monarch. Herders cutting down cocoa trees, burning cashew plantations, says a traditional ruler. Oyo plans compensation for victims And the community welcomes Makinde with protests. Ogun silent on Igboho's visit, says Abiodun's aide, misquoted on alleged invitation. Right at the top here, it says banks' non-performing loans rise to 1.5 trillion naira. Security agencies will enforce jail terms against COVID-19 violators, according to PTF. With state police, Amotekun won't be necessary, says Obasanjo. On NIN, telcos minister meet, turnout rises by 40%. Right at the bottom here, Zamfara fumes as PTF lists 5 COVID-19 high-risk states. And police summon Ogun hotelier over CCTV cameras uncovered in rooms. Interesting. Contempt. IG risks imprisonment as court summons police boss. That's what we have on the cover of The Punch. Now let's see what we have on the cover of The Guardian, shall we? We have this one. It says here, be first to take coronavirus vaccine, Khan tells government officials. Demands Buhari political office holders be vaccinated publicly. Don't listen to conspiracy theorists, SGF tells Khan. Powerful countries hijack vaccines, or Ehanire cries out. And minister says 297 deaths recorded in January. You face jail, SGF reminds violators of protocols. Hurdles await travelers as airlines enforce new safety protocols. Canada levies $2,000 hotel quarantine fee after Nigerian traveler dies. UAE bans Nigerians on transit from other countries. Emirates charges extra 25,800 naira to 36,800 naira per antigen test in Abuja, Lagos. And that's what we have on the cover of The Guardian. We have the Vanguard newspaper as well. It says here, presidency replies Ohaneze and northern leaders. Federal government not appointing police IG based on ethnicity. It also says here, I feel your pains, Makinde tells Ibarakwa people. On COVID-19, Nigeria to receive 16 million doses of the vaccine. And Buhari has never clamped down on media, according to the presidency. Under the photo story here, Sunday Igboho storms Ogun to flush out killer herdsmen. And I'll wrap with this one. It says, Tony Elumelu Foundation announces 3 senior executive appointments. Let's see if we have time for the Nigerian Tribune. Yeah, okay, let's go. Reps to begin probe of 83.9 billion naira COVID-19 funds. How money was dispersed? IGP orders enforcement of face mask use. Lagos boosts case management at Luth FMC with 200 million naira grant. And Ondo to introduce staggered classes. EFCC docks PNID director. 17 suspected kidnappers arrested in Benue. Bandits kill 3 in Kaduna. Kwara community protests against activities of herders. And Nigeria's 3 refineries incur 18 billion naira operating deficit in 3 months. That's what we have on the cover of the Nigerian Tribune. And indeed, all we have time for at this point. We're going for Daily Vulnerables right now. Chude, standing by.
One of the most important things I've ever learned in my life is to pay attention. One of the reasons why I left Twitter was because Twitter is a beautiful invention, but it becomes so noisy, you can't even pay attention. It's incentivized for you to speak, or for your head to be cluttered with other people's voices. And so before you can digest what one person has said, you are on to the next person's conversation. And some people do well with that, maybe, but I don't. And I've learned that if you don't pay attention, somebody is criticizing, somebody is disagreeing with you, your first instinct is to respond, to attack. How about paying attention? How about listening not just to what the person is saying, but why the person is saying it? Why is this person not offering me grace? Why is this person suspicious of my intention? Why is this person attacking me? Or even to pay attention enough to say, you know what, this person is not deserving of my energy. But many of us, we just react. We react, we respond, we are reflex. It happens, we respond. It happens, we react. And that kind of life is not a life that is well examined or well considered. I have discovered for myself. It's not. Because life happens. Life doesn't just happen in what is said. Life happens in what is not said. Life happens in what is not vocalized, in what is not yet understood, in what is not yet expressed, in feelings that have not yet even resolved themselves. And the more I live life, the more I appreciate just listening. Because listening between the lines, at the end of the line, before the line, in the spaces and in the silences, reveal more truths for us on how to be better, to achieve our goals, and more importantly, how to treat other people even better than we already are.
Dr. was giving us some kind of very, very interesting gist that about a popular figure. You should have just continued, but
yeah, really.
let's bring it down home. Yeah,
yeah.
It's still about the DNA controversy. Yeah, DNA test controversy causing quite. But then the latest one out is not an entertainer. You know, when it's entertainment and you have celebrities,
Everybody has something to say.
But this is the chief judge of a state, Delta State.
Wow.
Who he put up? I think I saw it yesterday on Twitter, and it was quite interesting because he is divorced to the woman in question. They've been divorced for over 11 years.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
His first wife. You understand? He has 3 kids with her. Supposedly he had 3 kids with her, and then the second wife, he has 4 kids with the second wife.
Okay.
Making 7
Making
children.
7 children. You know?
Okay.
And then he said he got an anonymous tip.
Oh, wow.
An anonymous tip last
Goodness.
year during the COVID period that the last child of the first wife was not his.
Whoosh.
So he said he wanted to do a test, but because of the restrictions
COVID,
and all that, he had to wait till later on in the year and found out that that last child was not his. But then something made him go further, and then he found out that none of the 3,
Oh,
Hey.
goodness me.
none of the first 3, the youngest is like 17. He has been taking care of them fully. They are
Oh,
well,
my
you know.
days.
And he said it was so traumatizing for the current wife he had to now go do a DNA test and find out that the 4 kids from the second wife are his.
So
So-
you say traumatized.
Like he said that the wife was traumatized.
Okay.
And so she now together said, okay, let's go for this test. Like, you know, when in that kind of scenario, he might not be able to trust anything again.
Yeah.
I mean, these are kids. He said 17. He said the first one is about to do NYSC, and he has been taking care of them. She's in a private university. He takes care of them very cool.
Yeah. So you know, I really feel for the kids themselves. You know, because everybody looks at the guy. And yeah, okay, the guy was taking care of them. But the truth is, if they were his, he would have still taken care of them, right? Whatever happened over a certain number of years. The youngest is 17, right? So for 17 years, that child has, you know, loved this father. The father has loved this child. They've had they've probably gone on holidays together. They've had so many great memories. So because of just one document, all that changes. I just feel like everybody looks at the father and doesn't look at how it affects the kids. The kids will be like, oh my gosh, this man is not. But he loved them like they were. So in the end, I feel like, you know, God puts kids in a particular place at a particular time for a reason.
So for
you
me,
know? Yeah, and I'm saying, yes, I understand the sentiment. I'm not saying the woman was right or anything.
As much as possible, I don't want to throw blames because, look, you don't know how things happen. I just wish some secrets would just go to the grave.
Exactly.
But to be honest, who raises a child is the child's father. I mean, you just, they're sperm donors, but a dad is the one who raises the child. So as much as he's hurt.
It takes a whole lot, 3 of them. And you know, like you said, okay, we always talk about the man.
Yeah.
Really, what would the kids be
how
going
they
through?
feel.
Like how do you, after after you were, what, 20-something?
Yeah.
And then you find out that the man who maybe loved you or didn't love you or whatever is no longer your father and all of that. How? I don't know. Has anybody...
That's going to affect
I don't know.
them.
Let's know on social media. Has anybody been victim of a DNA test or something? Or you know somebody? I don't know. If you have those kind of feelings, how do you think that child might feel? Use the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TV. Say, let's know on Twitter and also on Facebook. I'll take your comment a little bit later on the show, right?
You know, I know of a very, I don't want to mention who she is. I know of a very popular actress. She's a veteran. And I didn't realize that she was adopted. I found out a few years ago that she was adopted. No, I'm not saying the person. It's not Helen Paul. Please, I didn't say that. It's not. But I'm saying that her whole, everything in terms of inheritance, property ownership, she handled everything for the family. You know, everything they wanted in a child.
When you're adopted, there's a legal document that is binding. That shows you're adopted. But you see, in this case now, perchance, let's say the man passes on, and then something happens. Those 3 kids lay claim to his wealth or his inheritance, and then another kid comes, and a DNA test is done.
Yeah.
And that kid might have never even seen the man. Has a DNA. They have the same DNA.
Yeah.
He gets, by law, everything.
If there is a will to contest that,
no,
that's not gonna happen.
whether will or no will.
If there's a will to contest that, it's not gonna happen.
By law, everything. You see, by law, everything, he gets everything. It has happened many times over and over again. Someone has never seen the father and just comes and says, okay, let's do a test.
But you know,
and say, this man is my father.
But you realize that the birth certificate is also considered a document. And as long as his name is on that birth certificate,
legally,
is your
if
father.
you can prove that that person is not my kid by blood, by DNA, it all goes to rubbish. There are laws that supersede other laws. For the fact that you are not, that the DNA cannot prove that you are a child, it supersedes any other law.
So, I did find out that my grandparents were my parents when I was 16.
Okay. And you always thought they were your parents?
Yeah. And they kept it away from me. In fact, they never planned to tell me because of what societal expectations, how my mom had been when she was in secondary school, and they just thought it was going to be best to protect me because now I can relate how these kids feel because I know how I felt thinking of, so who is my dad and why didn't my dad want me?
That was like 16.
I was 16 and for like 4 or 5 years I was still trying to navigate this new identity. So I can only imagine how the kids would be because at this stage, to be honest, if their dad leaves them, that's even going to be more disastrous for them because they're going to deal with esteem issues, they're going to deal with identity issues because it's now more of, so who am I? And if there are any ladies are among the kids, it's going to be more like if my dad can leave me, it's going to be a battle with marriage and trusting people. It's a lot. So
it is.
It is wonderful story. Nice
I appreciate you sharing that.
Nice to round this up. Just take a very short break and we'll be right back.
Yeah. Welcome to the kitchen, people, and we have a first-time chef today. Good to have you here, Chef Rockfo.
Yeah,
and you came with a spread. You're ready to tantalize us this morning. So what are you preparing this morning?
We're preparing Chinese sauce with basmati rice.
Okay.
So we have all the ingredients laid out here.
Okay. So let's run through what we have here. Okay. What do we have in this bowl?
We have vegetable oil here.
Okay, and this is?
We have shredded chicken, which has been sauteed.
Sauteed already, okay. And this is
basmati rice.
And this we have?
These are bell peppers, yellow, green, and red.
Yes, and we have?
Carrots and onions.
And what do we have there?
We have spices here. We have curry, thyme, white pepper, salt, seasoning, cornstarch, and pepper.
Okay.
And here we have ginger and garlic that has been blended.
Okay. And we have
the whole peppers.
And we have the carrots, the ginger, the garlic, and the onions. Okay. Now, do you want to tell us how you sauteed this?
Okay. So what we did here was to get chicken breast and then shredded the chicken breast. And then we seasoned it with salt, seasoning, curry, soy sauce, and then marinated it for about 30 minutes to 1 hour, and then fried it in very little oil.
Very little oil, okay. Okay, so now what are we starting with? I know our water is already on
Yeah,
fire.
water is on fire for the rice.
Okay.
And then the next thing to prepare now
Yes.
is the Chinese sauce itself.
Let's start.
All right. Then.
Okay. So now we have that on fire. You need the
Put
vegetable oil.
Can I have a spoon?
Spoon, okay. A big spoon or
Yes, a
small
big
spoon?
one.
A big one. Here.
Thank you.
Okay, so
So-
what we're doing, okay, so this is, okay.
Just a little vegetable oil in
Okay.
the pan.
Yes.
And then I'll add the onions.
Okay. Chinese sauce. Okay. What's going in next?
The next thing will be our ginger and garlic.
Garlic.
Yes.
Now, for your, if you're preparing this for clients, you know, not everybody likes the taste of garlic because of the aftertaste, because of your breath. They're going to talk to people. So, is it possible to just use the onions and ginger, or the garlic has to be there?
The garlic has to be there, but very in small amounts.
Small amount.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
And by the time we combine everything, it won't be,
As
it won't have that,
pronounced?
yeah, it won't have that strong
Strong
garlic taste.
Okay. Okay. All right. What goes in next? Okay. So we mix pretty much all the sauces. The
Yes.
light soy sauce, dark
Yes.
soy sauce. Okay.
This is light
yeah,
soy
that's what I'm
sauce.
saying, like you mix all.
Yeah.
Look at that sesame oil. Okay, so now let's have the ingredients for you, our darling viewers. We have onions, carrots, soy sauce, corn flour, seasoning, sesame oil, vegetable oil, bell peppers, basmati rice, oyster sauce, shredded chicken. With all this, you can make Chinese chicken sauce and basmati rice. This food is not for the faint-hearted. Valentine is coming.
Yes, so
Let's come and order from Chef Rockwell for Valentine. Do you do deliveries on?
we do.
You do that?
We do
Okay.
deliveries, home deliveries, yes.
Home deliveries. So how do people contact you if they want to?
You can reach us on 070
Oh, no, social media. pretty
Oh,
much,
okay.
yeah. So they can get your
Tasty Delights Kitchen
contact. Tasty Delight.
on
So,
Instagram, yeah.
people like Mike.
So just DM us what you want.
Mike, are you hearing?
Or
By
deliver to you.
Valentine food. Mike Mesikeno, in case you don't know which Mike I'm referring to. If you order Chinese rice, you ain't gonna die. Nothing is gonna happen to you. All right. So you put water in it as well.
Yeah, a little water.
Okay.
So add the corn flour.
The corn flour, okay.
You have to mix the corn flour in water.
Water, okay. So what's the role of the corn flour in this sauce?
It's just to thicken it a bit. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
We can add our chicken.
You can add the chicken now.
Yeah.
Yo, baby girls, you better be watching. Oh, Valentine is coming. Hey, if you don't want to order, better learn how to cook it now. What's ginger?
Probably need more corn flour.
Okay, some more corn flour. So it's going to be. I'm trying to imagine what it's going to turn out to look like. Somehow like chicken curry, but not chicken curry.
Yeah, sort of chicken,
Sort of chicken
curry. Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right.
So we get to add our carrots.
Carrots. Okay. Oh, so pretty much everything just goes in.
Yeah.
I think this is such an easy way to prepare your food. You know,
It
there's
is.
some meals that you see your chefs preparing, and then when you go home and you try to recreate it, you cannot
It
even let your
becomes-
neighbors know what's going on in the kitchen. But this looks pretty straightforward. I
Yeah, it
must say.
is.
Okay.
Your corn flour has to be quite smooth
okay.
so that it doesn't form lumps.
All right. So now, while I and Chef Rocco are still getting this done, let's quickly see how this corn flour looks. Yes, so now we're going to continue with this. But of course, Mike and Titi are going to go on social media to say what you all have to say about our discussion on coffee juice. Mike, is all yours.
It's not yet my chef. Chef, good morning. Chef, good morning.
Good morning.
Are you okay?
I am. I'm good.
Are you sure?
Yeah, sure.
Everything is okay?
You guys are twinning today.
Okay, all right, good. You know
both
I
wearing
went
blue.
Yes, I went blue and white.
That's the person that is ordering my Valentine meal from.
Oh, okay.
Yes, yes.
Excellent. I have to take his number.
Chef, I went blue and white too. Okay. So,
Mike, are you done? Are you done?
No, I'm not yet done.
You're not done?
I just want her to know that here we do checks and balances. There's due process. You know, whenever
Don't worry,
cook,
you eat the food. You eat the food.
No, me. I don't
You eat the
know.
food, Mike. Don't worry.
I'm going on the mountain.
To take a peek into our health matters on Wake Up Nigeria. Now, one of the most reliable doctors in this family, the amazing Dr. Kuti is here with us. Now, he's a GP, and well, when it comes to the importance of putting our health first, it can't be overemphasized. We're going to be kick-starting this month's health segment with this issue of arthritis. Now, for those that don't understand what it is, what it means, what can you tell us about it?
Okay, from the word arthritis, basically is an infection of the joints.
Okay.
So arthritis means anything that affects the joint, any joint of the body.
Okay.
And we have various types. So we have the rheumatoid arthritis, osteoarthritis, but I want us to stick to the most common one, which is osteoarthritis.
Okay.
So osteoarthritis means the bones and the joints. There's a wear and tear kind of reaction within the bone and the joints, and it usually occur as a result of overuse of that joint, or sometimes as a result of pressure on that joint, probably due to the weight, and also some family history, genetic history has been associated with it. So if you have it in the family line, there's possibility that of the person having osteoarthritis.
Okay, so when I hear joints, you know, I hear bones, and I think of my car, you know, ball joints and all those things, and they talk about making sure they're all well lubricated and they're all, you know, they're well maintained and serviced.
Yeah.
So does it apply in this case as well? You know, do we need to service our joints?
Well, it applies in this case a bit because, like you said, ball and socket joints. We also have ball and socket joints in the human body.
Yeah.
But the most common one is usually called the synovial joint, and they are the nail joint, the hip joint. So when you get to the joint, the two bones don't touch each other. You have a cartilage that protects the two bones from touching each other.
Okay.
So that cartilage, after so much use, there's a wear and tear. The cartilage wears off, and the two bones start touching each other. So it's when the two bones start touching each other, you start feeling the pain of osteoarthritis. So that's why most times you need the exercise, you need something like lubrication, but we don't apply oil.
Okay.
But with physiotherapy and some regular exercise, yes, you can keep the bone healthy and the cartilage.
Okay, so for those that are living with it, is there something they did wrong that led to it happening in the first place?
Well, like I said, there are some things that interplay to cause osteoarthritis. Basically, we call them risk factors.
Okay.
So for people that are obese, yes, it's a common cause of osteoarthritis because you're applying pressure on that nail joint. People that overuse the joint, you're kneeling, you're doing activities that involve the joint a lot.
Yeah.
Some people just have the genetic, the genes to cause osteoarthritis. And some people, old age, as you're getting old, our organs in the body, they start wearing off.
Okay.
So those are risk factors that can predispose you to having osteoarthritis. So the most important thing now is when you have it, how do you manage it?
Okay.
How do you go about it? So the first thing is you have to be educated about it, know what it is. It's not a life-threatening or it's not a death sentence.
Okay.
It can be managed. So part of the things we use to manage it is lifestyle modification. So if you are obese, you have to lose weight. Sometimes we do occupational therapy. So some people are prone to it because of their job, the way they sit, what they do. So we advise that you take them away or they reduce the amount of hours they do that kind of activities. Then for some people, we give them pain medications, which are analgesics, which I don't advise to stay on it for too long. There are various types of pain medication. So you can always adjust your pain medication with your lifestyle medication, which can actually help to relieve the pain, because the major problem of osteoarthritis is actually the pain and limitation in the movement of that joint. So physiotherapy also is another option that can help you achieve greater function with the affected joints.
Okay, so now for someone who is probably living with some kind of pain in their joints right now, and they're wondering, is it arthritis? What is it you look out for before you diagnose that, okay, this is arthritis?
Okay, so for like I said, we have various types of arthritis. So the good thing is that osteoarthritis can be easily differentiated from other arthritis. So for osteoarthritis, it's pain that will occur with activity.
Okay.
So the person has the pain now, and the person is involved in any kind of accident, and the pain increases.
Okay.
But other type of osteoarthritis, it doesn't occur that way. Other type of osteoarthritis, pain activities actually reduces their pain.
Oh.
So
okay.
when you have that, it's already suggested that, oh, you're having osteoarthritis. When you have pain with associated activities, then you have limitations in that joint. You can have stiffness.
Stiffness, okay.
Yes, you can have stiffness. You can have deformity of that joint. So your normal alignment is now being bent. Sometimes some people at the back of their neck, you see them, they can't stand properly. So they have deformity of that joint. So those are the little pointers to osteoarthritis. While some people, you might not exactly get those symptoms as clear as that, an X-ray is usually the best to diagnose osteoarthritis in that kind of case. But not most times. It's not necessary most times. But if you can't really get it from the symptoms, then you go ahead to do an X-ray. Then it helps you with the diagnosis of osteoarthritis.
I appreciate that because, you know, there are some cases where people just go to the pharmacy. Oh, they're having pain here. I think is this. I think is that. Oh, I just carried this heavy load and the thing, you know, I started having pain. Don't worry. When I take painkillers, it'll be, you know, it'll take care of it. So this is reoccurring, right? It's not just one-offs.
No.
It's reoccurring pain.
It's recurring pain.
All
Sometimes it's really a chronic pain that goes on for a very long time. You use the analgesic, the pain goes down. After a while, the pain comes back up. And like I said, it's worse with activities. When you're doing activities, it's worse. And I forgot to put in that the final line of treatment is after pain and everything, there's something we call intraarticular steroid injection.
Wow.
They can inject steroid at that joint that can relieve the pain. And lastly, if that doesn't work, there's a replacement therapy, which we do knee replacement therapy or hip replacement therapy.
I've heard about that, and I hear it's a bit of a procedure.
Yeah.
But all in all, it's not a death sentence. Thank you for saying that, and thank you so much for coming to talk to us about this. It is a big thing, and a lot of people are going through it. Please talk to us on social media. Use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC, and you know, ask a question if you like. We have Tokwe standing by in the kitchen, and there's something smelling amazing there. Thank you so much, Doc.
Yeah, you guys are going to have to bribe me. This kitchen, I'm in control of the delivery today. Welcome back to the kitchen, people. We still have our very first time chef, Chef Rockbo. And while we were away, we took more steps to the finishing process of the Chinese sauce. So let's quickly run them through how we got here from when you added the corn flour. Okay, so we added the corn flour after we had added the chicken. We added the carrots, the bell peppers, and then the corn flour, and then we added the seasoning, the curry, the pepper, and some salt too, along with the soy sauce, sesame oil, and oyster sauce. So we put them all together in the pan, and it was under heat, and, you know, just left it to cook for about 3 to 5 minutes, and that's what we have in the saucepan. Oh, okay. So that's how we achieved this. Yes. You can definitely try this recipe at home, or you can contact Chef Rockbo to purchase yours. I must tell you, the aroma here, there's a reason why I'm going to be very intentional in the distribution process of this Chinese sauce. This was really nice. And then our basmati, of course, is almost ready. Yes. Yeah, so now, approximately, how much would this cost an individual to prepare if you want to make this at home? For a family of, I would say for a family of 3 to 4, with less, about 5,000. 5,000. Christmas food. Or Sunday rice. Yeah. Christmas food or Sunday rice. So when you're not here, what does Chef Rockbo do? When I'm not here, I'm usually cooking during the week. Okay. Also, I'm a mom. I'm a wife. Okay. So you're a full-time chef? Yes, I am.
I am. So Monday to Saturday, I'm cooking.
Okay.
Sunday, I spend resting and going to church.
Church, of course. Now, how was business for you like during the lockdown?
Well, during the lockdown, it was quite dull because a lot of people were, everybody didn't know what COVID-19 was. So nobody wanted any form of contact. And we didn't even know whether it could be passed through food or anything. So my business was a bit dull.
But now, how has it been post-COVID?
Oh, it's picked up greatly.
It's picked up greatly, okay.
Yeah, it's picked up greatly.
Fantastic. All right, then, well, that's just a few little conversation with our chef. But now the first hour is almost over. The first hour is almost over, and we will go on a break. When we come back, we'll resume the second hour on Wake Up Nigeria.
So, there's a competition that's open.
What?
I have like 4 or 5 ladies who are hustling for the sister position.
Wow. No, but I don't want to be your sister. I don't want. I'm okay being your co-host. That's all.
Anyways.
But a warm welcome to all of you to the second lap of the show. Sister Tokwe is inside the kitchen too. And she's having a great time.
You mentioned that she should be ready for the silver challenge. She's already wearing red.
Mike, you cannot expose your sister to such acts that happen on social media space.
Now it's such acts, eh? When we're dancing highway and betraying money and it was not acts that time, oh. You're dancing highway everywhere.
Please. We're
we're
focusing on the basmati rice and the Chinese sauce that Chef Rocco here has prepared for us. Let's not expose ourselves, please.
Thank you, Sister Tokwe and Bra Mike. We have to go on now. Don't you agree that this brother and sisterhood is really going well? We have an amazing Tuesday edition for you today with an amazing array of content that we're going to be dishing out, just like that food. Now, won't you agree that there's always something exciting and exclusive to catch up on Wake Up Nigeria?
Of course, it's February. Many people know it as a month of love. There are lots of conversations that are currently stirring online about this month and its significance. Now, let's know what this month means to you. It's the shortest month of the year. It's a perfect month, by the way. We have 4 days of every week. Yeah. Nice. Four. So there are 4 Mondays, 4 Tuesdays, up until 4 Sundays. Perfect calendar. This happens, they said it happens only once in 823 years. I don't know who calculated it. But it's a perfect month. This is a perfect month.
Wow.
All right?
It is.
All right?
You know what?
Hey, come on, rest assured, the final lap.
Yeah, be rest assured it's going to be a perfect episode. We have a perfect 45 minutes coming your way, and you don't want to miss a single moment. So much is lined up. My name is Titilayo Oyinso.
I am Mike Mesikeno. You can kick it up with us online at TVC Connect. Now, use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC across all social media platforms, and you can interact with us.
Yeah, please remember you can always watch us live from absolutely anywhere across the world. Just use our mobile app. Download the app from Google Play or iOS, and we'll be right there with you.
All right, follow us across all platforms and interact with us. So let's get straight to what we have left for you today. Of course, it's Full Throttle. Full Throttle, wonderful Tuesday show. And we still have a musical performance from the guy. He said his voice is a baritone, right? Okay, Go Collect. Now, he's an Afrophil singer, and he'll be performing a tune titled Undercover Lover.
Teacher, educational consultant, and parenting educator, Ekemievi Esiri. Now, she is joining us to help discuss the gift of parenting. Now, she believes that a respectful and loveful adult-child relationship can become a platform for peace, love, and unity in our global community.
And then after that, we have Sonia Okonkwo. He's an economist, a data scientist, and a storyteller. And he has produced a whole number of films. He'll be with us this morning to have a chat. Yeah. The range of emotions in our productions are kind of limited. Yeah.
Really?
So if you don't see somebody paraing, you have not. The movie has not started.
Not every movie.
Not every movie.
I know. Not every movie. We're getting. Are we getting there?
So
I think we are.
In Nigerian filmmaking, you have to understand that when a film is commercial, like when you're making a home video, like a proper home video, there's a certain type of expressions that is required because of the audience that is going to watch it. But if you're making a movie for the online streaming platforms where there's an international market, they now have a much more professional.
They tone down some
They tone down some things.
And then, of course, stage as well.
Stage, exactly.
So, shouldn't we have a way, like, whenever this kind of discussions come up, Bollywood comes to mind. Bollywood has a way of doing some of their movies that are so exceptional that they relate to the local audience and at the same time they are metropolitan in nature. I mean, look at White Tiger, the latest Bollywood hit that is making all the noise.
But
it has that local feel.
But apparently it didn't do so well in India.
In India?
Yes.
They are beefing it.
That's because they have a film for the international market and they have a film for the local market.
And there's a Nollywood, Bollywood one happening now.
Yes.
We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later.
It's about time for us to take another news update. Now, the Inspector General of Police, Mohammed Adamu, has ordered all Assistant Inspectors General of Police and Commissioners to carry out full enforcement of the Coronavirus Disease Protection Regulations 2021, signed into law by President Muhammadu Buhari. In a press statement released by the Force Public Relations Officer, Frank Mba, the IGP gave the order to the strategic police managers to ensure full enforcement of the regulations in public places, as well as the use of face masks. The IGP called on citizens to voluntarily comply with the provisions of the regulations for the safety of all. He also cautioned officers to be professional, polite, and respect the fundamental rights of citizens while enforcing the law. Now, South Africa has become the first country in Africa to receive the first COVID-19 vaccines. 1 million doses of AstraZeneca vaccine produced by the Serum Institute of India. South African President Cyril Ramaphosa greeted the crates of vaccine that arrived at Johannesburg's Tambo Airport. The shipment will be followed up later this month by another 500,000 doses. The AstraZeneca vaccines will be used to inoculate South Africa's frontline health workers, which will kickstart the country's vaccination campaign. The first jabs are expected to be administered in mid-February, after the vaccines are tested and approved by South Africa's drug regulatory authorities. Now to security matters in the Southwest, precisely, or your state, where Governor Seyi Makinde says the problems of the people are his problems. The governor stated this after meeting with selected stakeholders, local government chairpersons, and political office holders in Barakwa Zone. Mr. Makinde, while speaking in Igbora, said that he feels the pains of the people of the area and that his visit would enable him to find lasting solutions to the lingering insecurity issues in the area. According to a statement by the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Taiwo Adisa, he noted that the state has approved the setting up of peace and security committees at local government levels, adding that the state government would put in place other security measures to ensure peace in the area. He also directed the immediate takeoff of an identity management program to enable state government know who is who in communities. Bandits have attacked and killed 2 people across communities in Giwa local government area of Kaduna State. The armed men have also kidnapped citizens in the locality. The invaded communities included Garawa and Doka villages of Fatika district in the local government. Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai has urged security agencies to step up responses in the area towards curbing such attacks. Investigations are said to be ongoing in the incidents, with increased security patrols in the area. And that's it for news for now. All right, you know we love our music right here on Wake Up Nigeria, and we have another talented performer right here with us. Now, this is the guy with the baritone voice, Gokelet. He has this Afro feel to him, and he's going to be performing a great track. The name of your track is Undercover Lover, yes?
Yes, Undercover Lover.
Undercover Lover. I love the way it rhymes. I love the way it rhymes. So let's hear that baritone. Just say the name of the track again. Say it. Say it.
Undercover Lover.
That's what the women are paying for, right? That voice. Oh, lovely. Okay, so when you found out you had a baritone like this, right? Did you think you were going to go into music, or you thought you were just going to, live with this amazing voice on your own?
I never dreamt about going into music. I actually wanted to be a footballer.
Oh, wow.
Or a mass communicator, like a journalist. You get? So music wasn't really my thing, but, music found me.
All right. I love that.
I kept going on with that flow.
Did you write the song yourself?
I wrote the song myself.
So who is that undercover lover? What's her name?
Man, I'm still searching.
You're still searching?
Yes, so that's why I titled it Undercover Lover.
Don't worry, you're on Wake Up Nigeria. You're not going to be searching for too long, especially with a voice like that. Okay, go Kaylet, it's all yours.
Rusika, but to me now, I want to know if you definitely the vibes. Rusika, a young la. Rusika, but to me now, I want to know if you definitely the vibes. Rusika, a young la. Yeah, your body bad, oh. Yeah, your body nice. Me, I want to call you, me to rock the night. I'll play you my new songs and see if you like. Yeah, your body bad, I know. Yeah, your body antidote. Would you be my lover? Undercover lover. Would you be my lover? Undercover lover. African woman, you are better than that. Never fit to live aside for another, yeah. Give me love, give me sugar, give me fire. Melanin, chocolate, you the cool temper. African woman, you are better than that. Never fit to live aside for another, yeah. Give me love, give me sugar, give me fire. I'm not gonna do you a joke. Come on, mama, dip for my bank, I go put them for your colo. Yeah, you know where you find it, down out, Jodo. Somebody call 911, please call the Bobo. Yeah, your body bad, oh. Yeah, your body nice. Me, I want to call you, me to rock the night. I'll play you my new songs and see if you like. Yeah, your body bad, I know. Yeah, your body antidote. Would you be my lover? Undercover lover. Would you be my lover? Undercover lover.
Figure
Wow,
out
wonderful,
what
great one
angle
there.
to
Well,
take,
we're not doing undercover
okay, so-
parenting here. This parenting is overcover. Well, but of course, we do have in the house a seasoned teacher, educational consultant, and a parenting educator. Of course, we're going to be here talking about parenting. Of course, the gift of parenting. Her name is Ekimyebi Esiri. Now, she believes that a respectful and lawful adult-child relationship can become a platform for love, peace, and unity in our global community. It's great to have you, ma'am. You are welcome.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. So, I know we've always heard that thing that the family is the building block of the community. You know, everything starts from the family. How true is that statement?
Yes, because the family is actually the smallest unit in any human community. Because it is through it's the family that throws out people into organizations, into school. So without the family, you don't have a community.
Very
really.
true.
I mean,
Very
think
true.
about
Very
it.
true.
We all have
Very true.
parents.
Very true.
And we're products of our families.
Of our families.
Yes.
All right. So now talking about that gift of parenting. Now that's something that not everybody sees as a gift. You know, let's start with that. How is parenting a gift?
Well, I believe that parenting is a gift because I see parenting as an invitation to participate, to be a partaker, to be a major participant in human evolution.
Wow, I like that. I like that. This is a nice quote. To be a major participant in human evolution.
Yes, as parents, we are co-creators with God. We're co-creators with the child as well. You know, in parenting, you have God, you have the child, and then you have the parents working together to produce a human being who will become a participant in the human community. You know, for example, you and I are products of our parenthood.
Yes.
Okay, we're from families, and our upbringing actually impacts on our perspective about life. You bring to bear your personhood into the organization where you're working at right now. So a lot of the values you have now, if you think about truly, they are from your family, the way your parents have brought you up. You know, so you bring to bear that person that was nurtured from a family into your workspace, into your school, into your church, whatever social setting you find yourself.
All right. So now, practically, how do parents take advantage of this gift? Because that's something that everybody, you know, we all learn as human beings, and not everybody has learned the act, or maybe parenting is something that is an ever-learning process. But how do we, or how do people as parents take advantage of that particular gift? How do you get the best from the children?
How to get the best from the children. Number one, observation. We need to be very, very observant of the children. Every child actually comes as a gift, but with a package of gifts. I don't know if you understand. If I give you a gift, until you open it, you will not see the package, what's actually in it.
Okay.
And so I see the child in that picture as well. When a child is given to us to take care of, it's actually a huge responsibility. It is a gift because whatever you put in that child is who the child becomes. Eventually. You are, and we must also know that it is not only the parent that is involved in nurturing children. You have the school system. You have other cultures.
This is exactly what I wanted to get into, peer pressure. We've had a case, or we have scenarios where a child has been with you for 10, maybe 15 years, and then the child maybe goes to university. And maybe 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, a year of being in a particular space with his or her peers, they bring back some kind of things that you wonder, they didn't pick up these things at home. How do parents, how do you, I don't know, I don't want to say fight, but how do you ensure that peer pressure doesn't affect the things that you've imputed or you've taught your kids all the while they were growing up?
So I'm going to bring the two questions together because we're talking about something before you now brought up another question. From my own experience, you see, you cannot have a perfect parent. There's no perfect parent.
Okay.
And because there's no perfect child as well.
Okay.
But we're all in the process of growing together. And so when we're given this opportunity, and remember that parenting does not, it's time bound. You don't have your children for too long. Maximum, maybe 22 years. They're already out. Yeah? You understand?
Very true. Very
so within that period, what you do with the child is very important. And one of the gifts that you can give to your child is values, positive values. You know, so when they go out, of course, they will meet a barrage of other experiences. They will experience school, peer pressure. Every child comes from a family with different values as well. And so your child will be faced with these issues. And again, so also, even within the school system, the child also interchanges with teachers who also, you know, so children have so much that they are taking in to construct who they eventually become. So when your child goes out, of course, your child will get other influences. But what you do as a parent at home, number one, if you have given the child that foundation, it will help the child
So the foundation
to have,
matters.
yes, to have where to run to have where to take resources from. It's like, you know, I'm facing this challenge. I'm already resourced by my parents. You know, that when this challenge comes, how do I navigate? So that is one of the jobs of a parent. It can be challenging.
So even if they vacillate a bit,
in those definitely.
That once the anchor is steady, the foundation is there, they would always come back. That's what you're saying.
Definitely there will be periods of water testing. You understand?
Yeah.
The waters may become rough. But because of the foundation they have, They may fall, they may falter, but they will stand again. Yes.
All right, wonderful. Now, it also goes, I hear a number of people who talk about being friends with friends of their kids. How important is that in the development of a child? How important is it to know the friends of your children?
It's very important, because the social setting has a lot of impact in character formation, in behavior. Like you're talking about, children go to school and they pick up things. Yes. The friends of our children, we should know them. We should know the family. We should know the family.
And okay, so it's more than just knowing them.
Yes, know the family.
So you understand where they are coming from.
Because the family is like the tree that the child comes from. The tree is just the fruit. The child is just the fruit. The manifestations, you understand what I'm saying.
And the fruit doesn't fall too far from the tree.
Exactly. So we need, it's very, very critical. It's very important, because sometimes you may have long-term relationships because you like the family, because you have similar values with the family. And of course, we have the responsibility to plant our children amongst good families.
I like that. I like that. Thank you so much. We have to round up on this note. This was quite an educative and enlightening session with you, and we're looking forward to having you more on the show. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right. So that's it. I hope you're able to grab something there for parenting and all of that. You're able to pick up something. The foundation, that's one thing I picked up for today. Is very, very important. We'll take this short recess. Now, we have our final guest coming right up.
We have someone of diverse talents, the one and only Sonny Okonkwo. Now, he's an economist, data scientist, storyteller, producer, actor, fashion enthusiast, so many things, you know?
He definitely is. Now, he has produced films like Inbred, Masked, Showgirls, Reloaded, The Shift, and co-produced several others. And we definitely are having a discussion with him this morning.
Yeah.
Good to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Wow. So there's just so much about you. Okay, so you know what? Just give us a look into the average day for Sonny.
Well, okay, I'm an economist, and I do a lot of data management. I consult for companies, and because I do that, so my day is like looking at data. What is it telling me today? What story am I going to tell the company today? How am I going to describe, what's going on? Then I move to, my film part later in the day, afternoon, and try to see, what do I do in terms of if I have a project doing, of course, I'll probably be doing some pre-production logistics and, calling my crew, discussing with my staff, and, just trying to balance stuff, both ways.
So what inspired you to go into filmmaking?
Filmmaking started for me like way back, of course, how you're growing up, you're like, okay, I want to be an actor, I want to be this, I want to be that. Well, you have these conventional parents who says to you, what's that supposed to be? Like, you want to be an actor for real? Is that what we're going to train you for? No, that's not possible. So you have to now please your parents. At least go to school and, finish a course. So like my dad would tell you, okay, you can do whatever you want to do, but go to university, at least have a degree. Use it as your backup. So for me, it was like, okay, let me just get there. During my university days, I remember someone introduced me for that, JT Tom West, the late JT Tom West. Then also introduced me into film the first time. I was in University of Jos then. And from there, that was it. Or even he coached me a bit before he passed into film is good, but also have something else that you can come with. But it's a passion for me. So that's why I don't treat it as anything. I take my time. I'm passionate about it. I love telling stories with films. So basically.
So it worked then. What your father said worked. You know, having the backup.
Actually.
But did it work financially, or, did it work to just have a passion on the side so that the economist part of you won't just
go? Yeah, it worked both ways, I would say, because it works financially in the sense that, because the thing is, for me, when you are passionate about something, sometimes you don't even think about the business part of it. And not knowing that you pay bills, you do others. So what you do is, since you have some other acquired talent, film for me is not an acquired talent, it's like inbuilt. Like I just discovered that this is my own skill and this is what I can do. But the other part of it is that I have to learn, and also that is paying the bills a bit. But even though film is paying the bill now, but it wasn't what the idea was before. It was like, okay, just forget about that. Focus on being an economist, data scientist, and do your thing while you are also putting. Because the thing is, you can't just allow your passion die off in that. So That's just for me.
Doesn't he sound so familiar? Like he sounds like one of our producers here on set. The way his energy,
Francis.
his passion. Yes, the way he's passionate about it.
I was going to say that, Mr. Francis.
Yeah. So and I love that energy about you. I love that energy, especially because I when I heard the number of things you had done, I was like, wait, you've done all these things together? Like, it just feels like a lot of pressure to keep coming up with new ideas. So where do you source those ideas from?
Well, I'm a busy. I don't know how to, I'm on 24 hours or the go. Or how do I put it? So I was telling someone that, do you know, I actually went to finish it, do a study. I studied in London Film Academy.
Okay.
To just tell you how passionate I am. I was like, okay, aside acting, you could do more with acting. You could produce, you could direct, you could edit, you could do. So just go to the school and acquire this thing. And for me, it's like, I have this part now, trained, and I also have my, of course, BSc and MSc in economics, and I'm doing this. And I always tell myself, you got to be, I can't stay not being busy. I'm always on something, every hour. I don't know how people say they are bored. How can you be bored?
Oh, wow.
But if you're going to choose between being an economist and being a filmmaker, which would you go for?
Okay, look at it this way.
Off the top of your head.
Yes, off the top of my head.
Choose a career now and stick to it.
Yeah, it's like your young career. My retirement is fame.
Your retirement is fame?
Yes, because after I will do this, maybe when I clock 50, I'm done.
Wow.
Okay. Film is like whatever age God keeps me here, so that's it for me. So I've always, even my mentees, those I always tell them, you know what, keep your passion going. That's what will balance you, even in your corporate world. Okay. So that passion is what will balance you. So you see yourself like, oh wow, beyond this, this is what I am also doing. I'm happy. I do it effortlessly. It's not something I break. I just wake up in the morning. I have a story.
But as a filmmaker or an actor, as much as you want to balance it up with the corporate world, which gives you more money, but these days filmmaking is paying.
Yes.
Now, how do you advise actors who know that your relevance is in your screen time and visibility?
Yes.
How do they now manage both lives?
But so it depends, which is why I say it depends on the personality in question. Some people can't do both. They can't multitask. It's difficult. It's something that you need to really, I don't know how it is for some people. Some people can't do that. But for me, if I would advise, I would say to you, if you have a passion and acting or filmmaking is your passion, go for it. But at some point it can be heartbreaking when you don't have the money. Yeah. So what else are you gonna do
and
to
if they have
support
parents
that
like
dream?
your parents,
and if they have my conventional,
what happens?
Oh no, you don't want to go there. Like my parents who actually, in fact, for them to even allow me go for it because they know I have this degree.
Okay.
So they said to me, okay, go. When you fall there,
you come back.
So that's just the backup for me. And it gives me this kind of confidence. I just know that there's no way anything will happen. So if this doesn't now work for me,
you know what?
But this is what I'm going to be doing.
This amazing filmmaker with us, we have a few clips that we would like to show of some of his work.
And herself. I told my sister, our families are built. They're not ready-made. So you were willing to give up everything we've been working for just because I needed you?
You always need me when it comes to money. But it was impromptu and it's just his life and please.
Oh, you want to play? I will teach you all. A very big lesson. You think I'm playing? You think I'm playing, Abby? You will see it now.
Sorry, did you say something? Ugly head?
Yes, I did. Or should I be scared to speak?
Yes, you should!
Do not say it.
What do you think you are doing?
Helping you.
How? It has been too long, and we start as a family.
Wow, amazing, amazing.
Thank
that was
you.
Inbred, right?
Yes.
Inbred.
Yes.
So from what we could see, there was a lot of tension, a lot of suspense, and you used the music quite a lot there as well, sound effects and all. So do you have a team, a specific team that you turn to for all that, or is this all still you?
It's just me.
You post-produce yourself?
Actually, okay, so I have just a small team here and there. just to help, but majorly, I would say 60%.
Wow. What year was this film done?
This was 2018. This is my
2018.
second film.
Wow. But you have quite a number of known faces on that project. So how do you manage financing your
financing? Well, you see where that other part
comes in.
So now, because the economy, you have something doing, you can finance that. Usually you go to an investor. I don't like doing, I don't want that pressure. I do it myself.
Okay.
So I see that I get this, I consult, I have skills in data, and I do all that. I get the money there and finance my film. So it takes me that time, I put in my time and energy into it. I know that I'm financing this thing, so I'm going to run it as a business. And that's it for me. So I don't have that pressure of, sourcing for funding and all that. No, I don't want to do that. Which is why, and I also do it at my pace, because acting for me is also something I love. So in my own film, I try to do that too.
Okay.
Yes. Instead of, waiting for a queue, doing all that. No, I don't. So I just take my time to get it done. But I have a minute. Now I have like staff.
Yeah,
because I'm also working on a new project now.
Okay.
So
fantastic.
So it's really...
Now there's something that Tokwe and the chef have been working on in the kitchen.
Okay.
And it's been smelling amazing all morning.
Wow.
And we can't wait for you to taste it. I hope you're a foodie.
Yeah.
What? You like food?
I am.
All right.
Well, my taste bud is on cloud 9.
All right. Let's go and taste the strength of your taste.
So, our chef has put in so many different types of flavors, so many different spices.
But today we're going to Asia, China to be specific. I hope you have some chong cheng chung.
Okay. That is good.
Yeah. So let's go have breakfast.
Okay.
Tokwe.
Yeah, let's go.
And Sonny.
All right.
I'll see you later.
Okay.
Mike, you can leave the kitchen.
I'm going.
You can go. Thank you. So, yeah, please. So we have with us here Chef Rockwell.
Okay.
And she's going to quickly run us through how she prepared this breakfast for you.
Awesome.
You can sit, please.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
Ooh.
This looks, wow.
We have here basmati and Chinese sauce.
Yes.
Yes. So quickly run us through what we have here.
Okay.
How we prepared this.
So basically it's sauce, Chinese sauce, made with chicken, carrots, pepper, white pepper, thyme, curry.
Nice.
All fried in a saucepan. And a lot of veggies there. So it's a healthy meal.
Yes.
Yeah, in fact, this is good. The presentation is so nice. Your eye gets attracted. First of all, my eyes are
attractive. Wow.
So let's have it.
And we eat food with our eyes first.
Yes, I love it. I love when you present the whole food, and it's just presentation for me. It's
key
when it comes to food.
The way you have finished all this talking, you know eat this food.
So let's know.
You presented the food already.
Let's know how you find it.
Over 10. What's your rating? We should wait.
Guys, we should wait.
It's good.
It's good, yeah?
It's good. I give
Thank
you
you.
9.
Thank
you.
Yes.
Wow.
That's A+.
9 is great.
You.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. It's been a wonderful time on the show today.
Yes,
Tuesday, the month of love, the perfect month.
Yes.
For every weekday has 4 of each in this month. So go out there and make the best of this month. Titi, you have any final words?
Yeah, tomorrow is Wonder Woman Wednesday. The ladies will be taking over tomorrow.
The Wonder Woman Wednesday, you guys have been doing so much. We need Wonder Woman Thursday also. People have been asking for it. Keep up your good work. Wonder Women.
And by the way, Mike, amazing suit, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Girls, please slide into Mike's DM. We want to know what you think of that.
Thank you.
Please don't offer to be his sister.
We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.